Yeah. No go. Oh, no way, you were the first. Dude. God, in probably like a week and a half, 2 weeks. How many was it? Sweeper Stop, essentially all getting house banned. Inteque, who then tried to like... So an entire guild, inteque, whatever the fuck, slain. Like, just the super Diddy files, bro. All in, what, maybe a week and a half? Dead ass? Oh, lordy, 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 lord. Slain was disproven by Salami? Was it disproven? Can we see, like, the doc in reverse doc? The super duper doc? Is there a way for us to confirm such a thing? I don't know about that. I don't think it was disproven. I have not seen that. I don't think just saying that is enough. We gotta go deep into the files. We gotta find out. His YouTube? Whose YouTube? So what? So Salami hit the reverse curse technique and proved Slain was innocent? The Deepwoken Diddy files before a decent update is wild. What the fuck happened? I wanted to wait until a little bit. If you're interested, you can watch. We'll have to do that. I was trying to give chat a little bit of time for a little more people because I don't want to like backtrack through every I know, I think I've queued like what, 3 times now I've gotten a match. LFT buff? Yeah, you're smoking crack. Is the game like breaking? What's going on? What is happening to the game, bro? Is it actually broken? Who do we start on, right? Because we have the inteque files, right? And then we have the sweeper stop files. And then we're able to talk about the slain files, which apparently Salami is saying there was no hard evidence against him, or like it could not be proven. So there maybe Slain is secretly innocent. We're gonna have to review the case file. We're gonna have to look through it. And say what happened fully? Okay. We will start with the inteque files because that's the most recent one. But he got like removed from what is it, bro? He got fucking removed from deep info. He got like smited into the ground. And he was a community expert, which is crazy. I might be chopped, bro. I might be chopped. My brother slimed out the Deepwoken info leader. Okay, I think there's enough people. I don't really want to play time anyways. I just didn't want to have to go back through it after the fact. Damn! He grabbed me out of that? What? Yo, he's a demon. Oh! Okay. So, inteque, we all know who that is, bro, right? The guy here who did the little videos about the, you know, he would do the testing and he would go through the talents and shit. He was a community expert. And some people wanted him to be a tester, right? Because he did put a lot of time into, like, testing the stuff, right? Well, and he was like some sort of a head mod, essentially, in Deepwoken Info. Let's take a look at the announcement they had made talking about it. So he got slimed out. He's been removed and no longer a member of the Deepwoken Info staff, nor a member of the server, following a wave of indisputable allegations made against inteque, including harassment, degeneracy, and more. Deepwoken Info ownership unanimously moved to ban him, effective immediately. We do not condone this behavior under any circumstance. Where does it say? So here it is. So he never owned it. There was the owner, and then the co-owner, and then directly under them was inteque. So, let me just close that. But, so he apparently got exposed for being a straight Diddy. True Diddy blood nonsense. And we've got the doc that we're going to go over. As he was being, like, exposed and slimed out, he went for, like, allegedly went for the Hail Mary. Right? As he's being exposed, he said, actually, the real Diddy is Worm Cave. So he tried to build up this story that he tried to, like, put everything on Worm somehow instead of himself. He tried to direct all of the hate elsewhere in some, like, pathetic last ditch attempt. And it just didn't quite work out. Inteque was found in the files. Let's take a peek. Let's go through it. Okay. So we'll look at the intro here. We'll look at the intro. He's the true Diddy disciple. The wallpaper changed? I know. I'm feeling festive. Let's see. Let's take a peek. We'll start at the top. Give a brief explanation of past 5 months. Inteque, Oh, wow. He hit him with the ID and everything. They really want that boy dead. Community expert has been spreading extremely harmful misinformation. Great portion of the Deepwoken community in an attempt to ruin my reputation and identity. So yeah, he, for whatever reason, he had it out for Worm Cave. He like hated Worm Cave for whatever reason. I don't really know exactly why. Like I never really paid much attention to it, but I know that he was on timing. All right, he wanted Worm Cave dead. Blocking's not enough. He wanted him dead. So this is like this is talking about the misinformation campaign, low key. Actively hurt me, not in this community, but many others. I've had to go to servers in an attempt to get unbanned for them due to what they've spread about me. I believe this is from the perspective of Worm Cave, saying that like, yo, he was like on tip. He was spreading lies about me. It fucked me up. He was slandering my name. It got to the point where they even said our guild's full of not good. The main actor in this case, obviously inteque. I feel this constitutes an indefinite ban for the party under Rule 2.1 in the Discord rulebook. Oh. Along with this, some very serious former information has been found out about inteque. In the past, inteque was in a server known as Arms of Solitaire. In this server, inteque would harass other minors with very sexual comments, making people question them, in which inteque would act like it was perfectly normal, even though many people were questioning them every time they act this way. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All of the messages are still in Discord, and if you wish to go verify, I have included the Discord link myself. Yeah, that's good, bro. I'm okay. Hey, I take your word for it, son. I'm not going in there. I'm not putting no fucking toe in that server. I take your word for it. All the messages are still in the Discord if you wish to verify it. Yeah, this dangerous behavior was actually being tracked by several people for the past several years, in which case they documented everything. Oh, Lord. For years? Well, what the fuck were we sitting on this thing for, huh? Who were the people collecting this evidence? Huh? Are we making the blackmail doc of terror? Who were the people sitting on this shit for years? Goodness gracious. Conversation has been going on for the past several months, but has not gone much anywhere due to inteque status of a community expert. What does that even mean, low-key? Like, actually, I want to check something. Free ROM, free Nano. Free yourself from my chat. Actually, it's free Nano till it's backwards. That's my homie. But ROM, you gotta die. You gotta get hit by a fucking train. It's free Nano on everything, but ROM? I see. All right, I'll pop onto that, Salami. We're just gonna take this one at a time. I just want to check something really quick, out of a sort of like morbid curiosity on Roblox. Damn, when did we get so many community experts? What the fuck? These look like fake accounts, bro. These look like fake accounts. Alright. I'm pretty sure that he's slimed. You're on Docs, Ben? Okay. Okay. What do we have? Luckily, after talking with Agamatsu today, it's over. No. My public address? No. Why did I get banned? I don't know. Luckily, after talking with Agamatsu today, an attempt to get myself unbanned from yet another server they spread their lies to, I filled him in more on the situation, which he gave his approval to go forward with the case, treat inteque as any other member of the community. What is this even saying? Oh, okay, so it's asking, like, why he can't be banned. Jesus, I mean... I didn't realize that community expert was something that, like, actually mattered. Or, like, you needed some fucking, That boy Haka did not care. Yo. Hold on, there's a lot of spam in chat. 1 second. Don't say free Shirafin? No, bro. No. But yeah, okay, so they low-key, Worm Cave was saying, like, hey, this guy's a demon. Like, he's clearly breaking the rules. Can we get him banned? And then, from what I understand, it was kind of at a point where it was like, well, he's a community expert, so you have to actually, like, go through with a dev, which I didn't realize that. Like, I did not know that you had to, have dev input for that kind of shit. Which seems kind of redundant. Like, if you break the rules, you break the rules. It's kind of, Regardless, Aga's here saying, like, yo, I agree. Like, you got full consent. Let's move forward with it. We'll go to section 1. The misleading information. So this is like this is the free crushers and... Dude. Free sweeper stop, free crushers, insanity, bro. Now, I do agree. I'm coming into this. I'm coming into this saying the same thing. The low-key, like, them following this for years, where the quote-unquote years of collecting evidence against Int. It's like, I don't know fully how I feel about it. I really don't. Because at some point, it's like, maybe they were just trying to, like, get all of their ducks in a row so they could properly take care of this. But after years and years and years, bro, I mean, you didn't have your shit together at this point? You didn't. I don't know, man. I feel at this point, you had to have had some shit together. But we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Massive news for the unemployed. Okay, what do we got here? Picture will be posted first, a way to read through, and video showing proof will be after. Majority of these messages still exist within Deepwoken info as of today. So they're in the Deepwoken info server. Oh, Lord. People say just Bentley were victims that were manipulated by inteque, intentionally spreading false, harmful information about someone in Discord in an attempt to damage the reputation of another community member. Severity of punishment will increase depending on the seriousness of claims and the effort put into falsifying evidence. Oh. So this is like full ban shit. Nothing's happening. It's not that Worm did something. It's that Int was trying to, like, go after him. That's, like, the part of the document that we're reading right now. What do we have now? Worm Cave harasses grooming victims for fun. He went out of his way to harass the victims of sense. And learn. So this is like the smear campaign. This is the smear campaign that inteque was running against Worm Cave, is what I believe Section 1 is. That's everything that we're reading here right now. There's a lot more nuance behind the smear campaign, what inteque did behind the scenes. We'll go over everything. Right now, I'm simply reading the first document here. Okay. So there's a few. Okay, this is a message I'd sent to inteque, proposing that he stop. I wish I could fucking read that. I'm asking beyond or anything. Very odd. See a chill PDF? No, bro. No. So Warman essentially said, like, hey, like, this shit's not right. It's small nitpicks, arguments, and details. He is saying, like, okay, hey, Int, the way that you're portraying this is not accurate. It's not the way I feel. Oh, performative. Oh, my lord. Yeah, I read that and low-key ignored it. I'm not gonna lie, I aired his ass. So there was an olive branch extended, and inteque just ignored it. You're looking at this perspective of an adult. I was 12. If you're telling a child, hey, go do this, it's fine. They're inclined to actually do it. Yes, but did you never once question what you were saying or doing? No, because again, I was groomed. That's the crux of the argument. If you're groomed, you don't generally realize that you're being groomed. That's how grooming works. I can get that. What you're saying is, okay, but then why didn't you think for yourself? Such behavior is normalized and encouraged by the perpetrators. Because I still feel at the... So this is between the two of them. inteque blurs his name out, makes it seem like I harassed. So this is him. Interesting. We would have to have confirmation of that. We'll move to the next set of screenshots. Deep's on some crazy timing. We truly did get the Diddy docs before Conquest. We got the Diddy docs before Conquest. It's honestly so ignorant, Wormcave. Can't believe you're saying this. I've said multiple times now that I don't. You're looking at this perspective of an adult. I was 12. You're telling a child. Oh, okay. So this is the proof. This is the proof. Oh. I feel like these. You're completely missing it. If someone told you to go shoot someone and you did it, you'd still be charged. Hell, shit like that has nothing to do with. What's up? Yeah, I got you. I gotta help my roommate real quick, so we're gonna have to postpone. This, I'm Team Worm Cave, but this is a really, like, shaky point here. Right, at this point going into it, I'm Team Worm Cave. But he lied about it. Okay, so now it's getting even. Yeah, we'll go over the slain files. We'll go over all the files. But this is, I feel like this is a pretty shaky point. No, Worm Cave is not Diddy. No, inteque is like Diddy. But this is definitely a shaky point here. That like, well, this is all a lie, anyways, isn't it? Like, all of this is a lie. This never actually happened, correct? That's what I'm hearing. Oh my god, look at my fucking searches. YouTube to MP3. Deepwoken Shrine of Mastery. D. Deepwoken Builder. Chief Keef. Holy shit. Yo. That's the type of shit that I'd be looking up. Alright, I'll be back in like maybe a minute. We had a little bit of a detour. What the LARP? Okay. All right. Moving back forward. What's up, Cheese Man? Video taken by me. I was still with staff in Deepwoken Info, showing him how inteque reacted to me for asking info on the Centaur case, in which he proceeded to ban me after. I was only unbanned after I was forced to make an apology message to the entirety of Deepwoken Info. And if I did not, they were going to say I was a pedo defender and such. They did this anyways, which is a definition of blackmail. Huh. Yeah, Deepwoken Info never has to be this serious. Oh my god. What is this? Video taken by former staff member if I had been demoted and banned from, or they continue to badmouth my name and reputation. Conversations would deter me? No! No! Tell me Dimitri not in the dock, man. Tell me Big Dimitri not in the dock. No! Tell me he wasn't on the island. No, 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 no. Oh god, this can't be happening. Tell me, bro. Tell me this ain't so. Tell me it ain't true. Okay, okay. Conversation with Dermot 13:40 onward. The video doesn't even go that long. Hello? Is there a different video under it? There is. Okay, but this is like them bad mouthing. Okay. And then here's him. Here's the other video. With them like chatting shit. Okay. 13:40. Okay. Yeah, I can't fucking read any of this. Wait, no, was the Big D the voice of reason? Was Big Dimitri telling the truth? Grown men, by the way. True. True. Yeah, they removed it just so they can pin down this reason for oh. Anything but unblacklisting him. Wait a minute. My feed? I know, this is just like random bullshit. What you got against? We got Kaido on here. That's something. Determined was defending. Oh! Yeah, I was starting to get that impression. No, no, no. I'm gonna hit the 24. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So all of these, the videos linked, essentially, I was about to say, There's not a lot of context here, like, about what they're talking, because I see it says, like, hey, get into VC. So there are moments where whatever they're talking about is, like, secondhand commentary about a conversation that we cannot hear. So that's a little, like, that's kind of whatever, you know? That the videos there are, like, I mean... You're genuinely so bored. Do I just hop in Chime? Do I have like a Chime window open while playing? Gatekeeping recipe. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, how did we jump from gatekeeping champions alloy to pedo? Whoa! How the fuck did we get here? Hello? I was building the background info, bruh. I'm drowning again because you pissed me off. What the hell is this? It's just like random bullshit, bro. Okay, it's just him hating on Worm Cave. It's just Worm Cave hatred. It's just Worm Cave hatred. Okay, yeah, they really hated this guy. Yeah, that's nothing burger. Intex history. Uh-oh. Yeah, they were riding the shit. They were riding his shit, but like, yeah, who really cares? I mean, I shouldn't say who cares. They were hating. The inteque history section was crazy. For I'm aware, there's history with a specific case in inteque. For some reason, inteque was banned due to this case and then unbanned by... Unbanned! The rules highlight that age is not a factor in this case and that you will be banned for sexualizing minors no matter the age. From what I've heard, inteque claims to have been groomed at the time. Whether this is true or not does not excuse acting this way, as he may have had many people talking to him, telling him what he was doing was strange and how they were concerned. I've also talked with another victim of grooming to get their insight, as I myself do not know what it is like to be groomed. From this, they stated that being groomed is now an... Whoa. Now it's in no way an excuse for what inteque was saying in the server. Everything will be compiled below in videos. Whoa, 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 whoa. So he low-key... Yeah, I know. I might have to like drag over before I like zoom in. We gotta take a peek at this. Oh, good gracious. Oh, Lord Almighty. Why would he say that? Why would he say that? Why would he say that, bro? So, this is talking about the arms of Solitaire or whatever playing Discord server inteque was in, and this is like, yeah, I don't want to go back there. It'd be short. Massive drama with his e-girl that got his original account terminated. Something about him abusing her, etc. I don't know. I don't care. He's a magnet for trouble. Why would he say this, bro? Why would he say this? What would possess him to say this? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Entirely unprovoked. Just a fun fact. Oh, God. Context matters. Context matters. Here's the context. Okay. So it's possible he was just jokingly saying that. It's possible that he just jokingly said that. Right? Okay, maybe it was a joke. Maybe it was a joke. Let's continue forward. Oh. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That doesn't look too good. That doesn't look too good. Ooh. What the fuck? $15 and a $13. What is this, bro? What is this document? Inteque saying, do you not find it absolutely hilarious how someone falls off a building and dies? I have hundreds of videos of people dying just for my own amusement. Hello? Hello? What? What is this? Why is he saying this? Completely unprovoked. There's no need for him to say this. Yeah, I mean that's his humor, I guess. Oh God. Yeah, surely. I might have to bring a chief prosecutor onto the team, bro. He's 25? No. No, there's not. That's not possible. No. No, he can't be. Okay, we gonna bring a chief What the fuck is this? We're gonna bring a chief prosecutor onto the team. We're gonna bring a hero on.
Okay. So I just want to provide some context. My name is right? So I'm a YouTuber. Whatever. So basically, I was friends with Inteque for quite a long time. Was like his like main confidant or whatever. So basically, the thing is with Inteque is he has a history dating back to around like 5 years, and I know the main criticism with this whole situation is like, why did you wait so long to expose Inteque or whatever? But essentially, the gist of it is he has so many alt accounts and alternate personalities that there's like 4 different groups on Discord who know about what this guy has done. So in terms of what we knew, we only knew about all of this shit like, I don't know, like maybe a couple weeks ago, like the full extent of this stuff.
Okay.
But so many communities had all this stuff going back like years and years. So
Years
essentially
and years.
yeah, so what the screenshots is saying about all that pedo stuff was from 2020, I believe. So basically his whole defense at the time was like, I was saying all that stuff about, he literally said verbatim, I'm a pedophile. So I mean, there's, okay. But his defense at the time was, I was getting groomed by somebody and I was 13. So it turns out that he was 15, not 13.
He was 15 in 2020.
Yes.
Well, I'm not
so now
good
he's
at
like 20 he's like 20 pushing 21. And basically and he wasn't getting groomed either. He was talking to someone who was only 1 year older than him, so he wasn't getting groomed, and he was lying about his age. So essentially there's a lot of stuff to go through about inteque, but I agree it's not an excuse. I mean, I still think it's very deplorable. The main reason, you'll see a lot of stuff, so it's very important to know about the timeline. So essentially before, all of this stuff came out recently, so I'd say within the few past weeks, when people were defending inteque, they were essentially defending him in relation to Worm Cave. And what inteque would do is he'd go to Deepwoken info staff chat, he'd recruit all the lowly Deepwoken info chargoons, and then he'd get them to go he'd pump them full of false information and get them to go harass Worm Cave and stuff. So none of the people in the Deepwoken info staff team actually knew this guy was a giga pedo. It's actually crazy. And I also want to clarify right now, I want to make this clear, that this document from Worm Cave is not the only document, and it's not the document we used to get him banned from Deepwoken info. So the thing is, there's been about maybe 5 documents made in inteque.
There's been 5?
So
oh my god,
yeah, there's been 5 documents. So how it is? So this is a recent document from Worm Cave, and this is essentially to vilify inteque and how do I put this? Basically free Worm Cave from false allegations, because that's what inteque's been using as his out. He's just been punching down on Worm Cave, whatever. But there's so many docs, and the main issue we had, and the reason why this took a little bit to come out from our perspective to get him off the staff team, is because all the docs made before were also made by very deplorable people, and they weren't well made. So he basically face-tanked them. And one of the original documents, which is the one that got him banned from Deepwoken official, he basically overturned that. It took a while, but he did overturn it using some false age verification thing, whatever. So essentially, he managed to get unbanned from Deepwoken official, had all of us convinced, they're just false allegations. But look, man, okay, between you and me, I'd like to consider both of us normal people who spend time off Discord. So the thing is, is you can tell when someone's a little bit, there's
something in the air. You can just feel it.
Yeah, so about 3 months ago, or maybe not 3 months ago, probably more recent than that, maybe 1-2 months ago, he basically started acting a lot more really paranoid and stuff like that. And he started using an alt account to do everything. He was censoring his name everywhere. He was laughing about this NSO game, which is a whole nother rabbit hole in itself. He was doing all this crazy shit and was basically spiraling onto the deep end. And that's when all these allegations got brought to me. So the Worm Cave doc is kind of scratching the surface. So there's essentially a history of doxing, harassing people, and really all you need to know is, the Worm Cave document probably has claims that can already get him chased, so that's about all we need. And a lot of the evidence for a lot of these massive claims that aren't really necessary because he's already done a bunch of terrible stuff, we can't really show because it'll dox both him and his victim. He had a victim, unfortunately. But I do want to clarify that inteque was not talking to anyone who's underage. I don't believe that was the case. What he was doing was, indulging in lolly.
Oh, Lord almighty.
The lolly art of that variety. And he was saying, I'm a pedophile when he was 15. So it depends how you want to take that. Personally, I think that's very, very disgusting and very weird.
Yeah,
that's
very one tone
yeah,
Sharingan, you're fucking training your Diddy powers.
Yeah, you need to go, yeah. But
wait, so he was banned officially and then beat the case?
Yeah, so he was banned officially, and the ban stuck for about 2 years.
Lord.
Essentially, yeah, I mean, it stuck for 2 years. What I mean by he's not a pedophile is he's not technically, he hasn't groomed anybody, so. But he is, yes, he is a Diddy disciple. I hate to be that guy. But essentially, there's so much stuff, and the reason he got unbanned is simply because this guy has insane connections. And the reason why it took so long to get him dropped, even though he had so many different allegations made on him, was mainly because he doesn't get off Discord. So I'm gonna put it this way, right? I don't know if you ever called with him. The reason he never calls is because he has his PC in his living room and his parents are there the whole day. He doesn't talk to them. He barely eats. He doesn't go outside. He's on Discord all day, every day. So this guy would, I can't even take it seriously.
This was perma damage control that you couldn't even get ahead of it.
Yes, so essentially what he would do is he'd wait till you're sleeping and then he'd unleash like his Discord message barrage and he would contact everyone he'd ever known in his entire life and then you'd wake up and your whole like career would be over. It was actually crazy. So he was a master manipulator, whatever. No, don't worry, I'm not dissing the PC setup, but I'm dissing it when you're on it 20 hours a day. He would tell people, like he would flex that he was only sleeping 1 hour a day to get back on Discord. He would skip like classes and shit. So this guy never got off Discord. So he was always ahead of you in this department. So whenever you tried to speak out about him, he'll find some like way to demote you or whatever. This guy was like the final boss of like the LARP masters, right? So about some history with Deepwoken info. Because, you know, the whole reason that he's had this crash out in the first place, right, is because of Deepwoken info. So just to provide some clarifying, so obviously I've been staff at Deepwoken info for a year now. I've taken over inteque's position, staff manager or whatever. So essentially what has happened with Deepwoken info is inteque has fleed this community, which Wormcave mentioned, which was Arms of Solitaire, whatever it is, where he was saying a bunch of crazy shit. He rebranded whatever, came to Deepwoken info. So he would silently ban people from Deepwoken info by masking them in ban waves of like actually terrible people, and then he'd ban innocent people who were trying to expose him. But essentially, because inteque doesn't do anything except be on Discord his whole life, he essentially developed like a crazy unhealthy attachment to Deepwoken info. And so he would treat it like his little tribe and do whatever it took. So all we needed to do, essentially, with this doc that I can't, once again, I can't show because it's bad enough to the point where it would dox a bunch of people, whatever. That was enough to get him banned from Deepwoken info. And once he got banned from Deepwoken info, he basically sacked everything off, abandoned everything, put out that terrible Wormcave document, and then fucked off to some corner of the earth. But essentially what he'd been doing is consolidating power in there, and but besides like the allegations, he was a terror. He was just not a good person to be around. And I was on the staff team for a while. I had equal rank before this to inteque, and I stepped down because every time I go to sleep, he'd try and undermine me and make me look like a terrible degenerate when I'd done literally nothing. So that was really fun. So essentially what inteque would do is if he saw you as I can't believe I'm saying this, a threat to his Discord power, he would try and take you down while you were sleeping by like defaming you or lying about you or whatever like that. So essentially, he's like a degenerate master manipulator, groomer, doxer, serial harasser, likes lolly content. And I want to clarify, I did not know him. I only knew him at the end of 2024. So I did not hide this in 2021. I want to make it clear. So this is 5 years in the making technically because he's done stuff up to 5 years ago. But the whole Deepwoken info team, including me, was only aware of this about like 2 weeks ago. That's like literally it.
So what would he do? He'd go into a community, get freaked out, and then just like jump ship and do it again?
Yes, so this was only like the first community. So the first community, he knew like, oh, okay, well, I can't do that again. I'm kind of fucked because people are bringing this up everywhere. So Deepwoken info, I don't know, obviously you've seen, is when he started to get that reputation for mass banning everybody and saying like, you're a pedophile and you need to be banned forever. And it was essentially like, he was making this whole image of being like a pedo assassinator to defend from the fact that he, had been posting about police.
Holy fuck!
It's actually just like the most insane Discord.
He didn't want any pedo competition. He was the one true groomer.
Yeah, but essentially, personally, I think also a lot of the fault lies on these Arms of Solitaire people who knew about this stuff for like 5 years and didn't say anything until Deepwoken info staff, finally got around to looking into it. But I mean, at the end of the day, he's not a good person, and I'm imagining maybe in a couple months or so there'll be like a massive exposed doc. But in reality, all he has is just like deflect, say that his accusers are probably horrible people or something. Because in reality, he's a really terrible person. And there's also a bunch of history where he was. I should be able to say this. He was harassing someone for around 4 years straight, which is like every time they'd make a new account or something, he would make like 50 different accounts on every platform to try and stalk them and things like that. Get friends to try and message them and whatever. So he would not leave this person alone. And that's one of the reasons why we can't show this private doc. But there's 4 documents out there. I can probably find all of them and link them to you. It is files on top of files on top of files. Actually, I want you to do something. If you look up inteque right now, unless it's been taken down, there's literally a video on YouTube that says inteque's like a Diddy blood, and he likes watching people die, and it's the screenshots from the doc, and it's on YouTube, and it's been on YouTube for like 4 months, and it's only started getting views after this whole.
Really?
Yeah, look at this, look at this, look at this video in on Discord. Inteque a predator apparently, and he watches people die for fun, and it's like the worst video I've ever seen. But I mean, it does get the point across, I guess. Like the worst editing ever. But basically, he had like 4 different alt accounts. So he would just LARP everywhere, and we had to essentially spend a week tracing him back through 4 or 5 different alt accounts, and it was nearly impossible. But we finally got the Discord final boss. But stuff like, "Hey, I'm a minor," he was saying crazy shit, he was saying basically anything. And once again, he was saying this while he was 15. His defense at the time, I was 13. He's lying. He's actually 20, pushing 21. But he would constantly lie about his age, which to me was a red flag, because I'm 19. I have no reason to lie about my age. Like, I'm not doing anything weird. But if you're lying about your age, you're on documents you're on alt accounts all the time. And that Worm Cave document, so I don't know if you've seen the document that Inteque made on Worm Cave, which was, the document basically, saying that Worm Cave's done a bunch of this horrible stuff. So what that says is it was written by someone called Covet. So what's actually happened is Covet is Inteque's alt account, which he would use to LARP and Deepwoken info. And basically, he wrote a document about himself on his eGirl alt account and then blurred the names of the DMs so you wouldn't know it was him. That's basically what he's done. So, and this guy's level of LARP goes back like multiple dimensions. Like, it is actually insane. I don't even know how many alt accounts he has at this point. I banned 4. I think there's like more. I don't even know. It's like he'll LARP as a woman. He'll LARP as like a developer. It's like the masquerading final boss. I actually don't even know what to say at this point. But that Worm Cave doc, you can believe what you want about Worm Cave. He has made like a couple mistakes, but he's not a Diddy disciple. He's not necessarily a bad person. He's not trying to harass Inteque or whatever like that. And Inteque was even going up to people like Skipper, Gripper, and things like that. Like, this guy was basically crashing out on anybody that he could have. So, I mean, it's just like insane shit, basically. But if you have any questions about, anything that needs to be cleared up, I pretty much know everything at this point. So, if you need to, anything asked, then just let me know.
So I assume
Or
he's like
chat.
banned from everywhere now, right? He's been.
Well, here's the thing, right?
Out.
He's been banned from all the unofficial servers. I don't think he's banned from Deepwoken official, because I don't think they've processed it yet. I don't want to be that guy. Mods out there, don't get mad at me. I love you, mods. But I'm gonna be totally honest. I think Worm Cave's ban thing has been processing for like 3 months, and they haven't done anything about it. So, yeah, it doesn't look the greatest, does it? The fact that, Inteque's, and this is a lot of stuff that basically should be getting him chase banned anyways, but it's been sitting there for 3 months. So what happened is when he got banned from Deepwoken info, he just left everything anyways. He cut everyone off. So it looks like he's trying to move on from Deepwoken, thankfully. But realistically, he's probably going to stick around with an alt account or another, but it is what it is. I mean, that's what these people are like.
Do you think he's lurking right now in the shadows on a cat alt account? Oh my god.
I do. I genuinely do. So I don't know. But he'll probably move to a different community to LARP. I don't know what he's going to do, but regardless, he's out of this community. And there's a lot of people who, Inteque has done wrong by. So I'm just trying to currently repair that. It's very difficult because he's, had beef with so many people. And one of the main issues is that he dragged his beef into the staff chats. So suddenly it looks like Deepwoken info is supporting, that beef and stuff like that. And if you get like these random info grunts who are like the lowest tier of staff to basically parrot what he was saying, and then it made it look like, the whole staff team is complicit with this stuff. But Worm Cave didn't actually do anything. He wasn't grooming anyone. Worm Cave's accusation that was made against him was that he was a grooming defender, which is part of the whole Centauri situation. I don't know if you guys know that or are familiar with that situation. I know Dan is to an extent. But the whole Centauri situation, basically head mod was a groomer, blah, blah, blah. And essentially what happened is Worm Cave was initially, slightly pushing back on that, asking for more proof that he was a groomer. Whatever. I don't think that was necessarily defense. And then Inteque's main allegation switched to harassing grooming victims, which is basically like his golden shield that he would levy against any criticism. So if you said anything to him, he'd be like, "Oh, you can't harass me. They can't talk to me like that because I'm a grooming victim and you're harassing me and you're denying the fact that I was groomed." He wasn't groomed, so there's that. It's just like a spit in the face of people who actually were groomed. It's just like, it sounds crazy when I'm saying this to you, but like if you put this all on a doc, it's like actually insane. Like it's so much stuff to go through. The more Hermes talks with people like Worm and Intech, like people who shouldn't be around others. Intech, I agree with. Worm Cave hasn't actually really done anything except maybe make a few like minor mistakes, and that's pretty much it. You know, there's stuff that he's done that can be condemned, but he's not a pedophile, and he's definitely not a bad person to the extent that Intech is. So it is what it is. I mean, if you want to support Worm Cave, you can. If you don't want to, you're welcome to. But Worm Cave is not like the Diddy guy. I know he was particularly frustrated that his comments are being spammed with, you know, aren't you the Deepwoken Diddy disciple, when his accuser was like messaging about lollies on the low. But I mean, I'd be pissed too.
Right.
But yeah, I mean that's that about Worm Cave specifically. Yeah.
Okay. I feel
That's pretty
as
much
though-
all you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's pretty much it. I mean, it's like literally pages on pages on pages on pages of shit, 4 documents, whatever. But that's pretty much all you need to know. Yeah, that's good.
Well, hopefully, yeah, he gets like chase banned from official Deep.
I hope so. I'm gonna chase it up too. So hopefully that ends up, you know, going through. But yeah, it's been nice. I'm happy to clarify things. If anyone wants to know, whatever, DM me on Discord and etc. I'll clarify what I can. And yeah, that's pretty much all I need to say. So just set the record straight.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your input.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Well, yeah, I feel as though we have learned. Wow. Wow, I didn't realize it went that deep. I did not realize that it went that deep. Well, huh. I am sure, right? Look, I'm an optimistic kind of guy. I want to look on the optimistic side of things. I am sure that the Deepwoken mod team is doing everything in their power, right, to verify and get their ducks in a row and low-key make sure that he gets, like, super banned. I'd be crashing out if I was Worm Cave, too. Actually, I'd be beyond crashing out. I'd be beyond crashing out. Deepwoken team are still letting Sweeper stop scot-free. I'm also going to say that maybe they just are trying to get all of the info correct and make sure like everything is put together before any official actions, you know? Millennial Dan VR crash out rage unemployment alt awakening. Yo, is that a fucking it's like an ABA ultimate. When can we expect a Cologne video? I'll make one pretty soon. So that is the first of the Diddy disciples, inteque, who is now fucked off to the corners of the globe to like hide away. He's low-key been like excommunicated and sent off to die. Yeah, so he was the first prophet. He was the first prophet. Oh, cool. And then quickly, we will go over the Slain files, right? We know about Slain. So, this is now about Slain, the second Diddy prophet. Or actually, no, I'm not going to say that. Not going to say that. Okay. So basically the guy, admire, seen or whatever, received a bunch of evidence showing how Slane was extorting women. Immediately I went, okay, there's no user ID, so I wanted to talk to him about it. I got in a VC and talked about it. He said a lot of them are missing IDs, so I went, okay, if I can, let me try to get Slane a chance to speak, because I just wanted to know what was happening. I got them in a VC together, and what ended up being the case was that the only, quote, real evidence was DMs of Slane having e-sex, which was all basically the CNC roleplay. Okay. The other DMs of her saying how she felt threatened were forged by people that Slane proved were people who harassed him because they had zero user ID and were from people who harassed him constantly and showed DM evidence. He showed DM evidence. So all of the people, what I'm hearing, right, what Salami is saying after talking to these people, is that a lot of the evidence that said, like, hey, Slane is a Diddy demon, has no user ID, and it came from people with a history of harassing Slane. Okay. I mean, that's, you can't, you know. The claim of him getting a girl to kill herself had zero proof. It was just a random claim made by someone. Oh. All Slane was guilty of was being a freak on Discord. Yeah, I mean, people are freaked out. People are freaked out on Discord. Slane proved it was consensual. Just didn't record because it was weird to put. She was very much into it. Okay, well. I'll take your word for it. Are we able, chat, what do we think? Are we freeing Slane? Is this a free Slane moment? The Dan VR and Agamatsu files? No. From that explanation, from what I've heard, right, if this is verifiable, this does sound like a free Slane moment. I do believe we have to drop the charges of Diddy Demon. Instead, he is just Demon. I think that means I think he gets away. I think we have to drop those charges for the time being. Right? If more evidence comes forward, we're going to have to look into it. But as of now, he's just a fucking horn dog. He's just a Deepwoken player that likes flicker gooning. And who doesn't, man? What guy doesn't flicker goon every once in a while? Okay, so we're going to have to drop the charges. He's going to have to go out on bond. We're going to give Slane bond. Okay? He's out of county jail. Pending final judgment. Pending the final trial. If we power scaled inteque, it would be like fourth dimensional, like Bugs Bunny Toon Force. He breaks the scale. He's too powerful. That level of Diddy is unheard. In fact, inteque is such a powerful pedo. That's low-key probably why Epstein took his life, because he was just in disbelief that someone could be that demonic. He's boundless. He got out. I mean, God, that's something that we are glossing over. That inteque was banning people who would make like pedo jokes in Deepwoken info, so that he didn't have competition. he wanted to be the one true, the one true gooner. Do you know how absurd that is? Do you know how insane that is? He's like the 6 Paths of Pain, piloting his alt accounts to just like go LARP and deep info. I mean, he would use a fucking alt account to bait people into a fight, and then use the alt account to ban the people he didn't like in mass ban waves, and then pretend it wasn't him doing it. This is actually the 6 Paths of Pain, bro. It's like, he's just fucking controlling carcasses. Wow. This is insanity. Rom was an outer versal. Rom one-shots inteque. No, I don't even know. God, man, it's hard to power scale those two. Inteque has more battle IQ? Well, the bad one about Rom also is that Rom was doing this kind of Diddy shit, and then when he got exposed, decided, actually, I've been sitting on evidence of like 3 mods that were like Diddy's, and now I'm gonna release it. That he was friends with, right? And it was like, he wasn't releasing it because they were Diddy's, it was because he got caught and decided everyone was gonna go down with him. That one, that puts him like gold medal piece of shit. That puts him at the top of the mountain of like worst human. Lord Sendos, the ancestral goon king. Oh god. Lord Sendo's harem, oh my god. So inteque, case closed. The verdict has come down. He is a Diddy. Slain is out on bond. We're going to postpone the trial, but thus far we are looking at an innocent verdict. His only crime is being a freak. It's really like, you know, that's like shit that was just never meant to be made public. What he does in private consensually has nothing to do with me. So we gonna let him, he gonna run free. He gonna run free. All for one. Fuck that guild. What guild? Ah, Sweeper Stop. The League of Villains. Sweeper Stop. Low key, with them, it kind of gets to a point where you can't even talk about it on stream because of a lot of the shit is like, you can't even show it. And I don't even want to utter it. But they low key, they are the paranormal liberation front. Dan VR, I don't know if you know this. They sent the CP in my Discord while I was streaming it. I heard that they did that. I heard that had occurred. Yeah, the Sweeper Stop one, it's one of those things where like you can't even really show any of the shit because it's so like just heinous. It was in a video that still pops up, so it should be fine. Oh, maybe if I like crop this a little bit. It's not like it's not popular. This is true. Let me, like... The most I can do is take individual parts of the video. Okay, here's one of the screenshots that was in the Sweeper Stop Discord. Just, like, one of the screenshots of, like, them talking. Let's see. Okay, here's another part of the Sweeper Stop Discord. So here's another part of the Sweeper Stop Discord. Which is... Griffith would join Sweeper Stop. Ooh. They got house banned like 2 hours ago? Really? Wow. Is that the first house ban in Deepwoken history? I think it is. There have been guilds that have been, like, forcefully disbanded because they had an inappropriate name. But is this the first, like, official, like, full house ban? In his house ban? I thought that was only, like, their main members. Kind of like how, like, Chapter got false banned and, like, most of their members were banned, like, falsely. That was, like, called a house ban. Yeah, there have been house bans for weird names, but I mean, like, a down the line, like, you guys are getting sealed away like the nine-tailed fox. Like, y'all gotta go. There are screenshots in Deep General of the Sweeper Stop announcements trying to cope. I mean, they were in my stream earlier telling me that they were going to put me in the dock spin. It's over. It's over. It's over. I'm going in the dock spin. No. One of them had DM'd me at one point saying, like, crazy shit to me. I don't think I can find it. I'm going through my DMs, and this is completely unrelated. I don't even remember this. Look here, buddy. I'm getting tired of you emailing somehow. I'm the best you've ever had. Don't make me angry. Didn't you already act like I'm going to tell you to play the game? Because we're too much, you don't stand for it. Did you swear? I guess, bro. I guess. I guess, bro. I guess. Okay, I found it. I found it. So here was one of them that messaged me. His name is Dead Fucking Age Play. Where I had seen the video, I was like, yo, I'll forward this to the mods. Why are you commenting on videos without any hard evidence? I said, mods will decide that. Never type some corny shit to me again. You're a geek. You're not doing shit. Word 2, pussy ass cohort. I said, wait, you're an e-thug. No, bro, no, he's an e-thug. And then we got this. No, bro, no. I'm terrified. Geek, you're cold as ice, bro. Cold as ice, not as nice. Mods will decide that you're a geek, neek ass individual. You're a white boy. I dead suplex you. And then I sent Golden Retriever pissing itself. And then he sent me an image that I can't show because it's, I'm pretty sure, a child. And yeah, I reported that, and we moved on. We moved on from that. He'd suplex you, though. He'd suplex you, though. No. Yeah, he fucking popped his ultimate in chat. So I just reported him and then fucking moved on from that. He'd suplex you, dough. Oh my god. No. No, say it ain't so. He's gonna strong left. Oh my god. No! He's an e-thug. I can't, bro. He's an e-thug. He's too powerful. I'm just imagining, like, these fucking chuds, like, doing this shit and saying this shit. Hunched over in their room. Lights are off. Mom's outside banging on the door, telling them to go take a shower. They gotta do homework. They gotta go to school. They ride the bus. And then they get on Deepwoken and they talk like they're fucking Eisen. It gets to a point where it's ridiculous. You just can't take them seriously. It's kind of like when your little cousin, like you have like Thanksgiving or Christmas, and your like 5-year-old cousin or shit like tries to fight you. Like they get pissed off, they have a tantrum, they start swinging at you and like punching you in the thigh. And it's kind of just like an annoyance until you actually get pissed off, and they just throw them across the room. That's kind of how I imagine it. The Chinese screen protector to hide Deepwoken Discord PMs? What? He's gonna take my notes. He's got a full kit on. The carb sweeper stop? Yeah, that's... Let me see more files. Unfortunately, the things that you want me to show, I don't have because I don't want that shit. I don't want to look at that. That's like some actual like heinous nonsense. Um... It low key, this has kind of inspired me to get off the game and not play it. This has kind of inspired me to just not play. You gonna take up painting and rock climbing? I already did. I need new min-maxing. I think I'm gonna pick up like reading paperback books in public. Wired headphones. What else do bitches like? Get this. Cargo pants, but they're corduroys. What else? What else is Kai doing right now? I'll start a fashion brand. Yeah, some get ready with me. Nah, Macho Loki fell off. Labubu's fell off. I think we're moving. I think black coffee is going to be the next territory that we're going to move into. Where it's like, yeah, I fucking grow the coffee and ground the beans myself, bruh. I don't support the patriarchy or capitalism. Nothing but fucking organic right from the fucking Mother Earth. That's going to be the next one. Tote bag. I'm gonna need to get into tote bags. That'll definitely be big. Backyard gardening. Yeah, those would be the next ones. Live mukbang. Yeah, I could do that on stream. I could just like DoorDash some like slop. What rank are you in League? I don't play. I leave it on there I leave it here as like a reminder. You know how in Full Metal Alchemist they like carve the date into their pocket watch to never forget like how fucked up they are? That's why I keep League, the launcher, on my desktop to remember how like fucking heinous that game is. And if I click on it, my life will fall apart and spiral. Originalese. Oh, God. You're on KOS, Guppy. You need wired headphones? Listen to Sabrina Carpet Hair? No, I'm going to listen to, like, Claro. Lord. What's another one? Yeah. What is that girl's name? The one that, like, Beat-O-Bit-A-Bee? Whatever the fuck. Some Oasis. Gotta listen to some Oasis. And pretend that I'm them. Some Lucy Bedrock. Some Netsped. Netsped, bro. Smashing Pumpkins has 100% win rate? Fuck. Is this new emerging meta? Is this tech? Lucy Bedrock, I'm crying, son. Nobody mentioned Netsped, he brought it up. you don't listen to Netsped. Yo. You don't know that? He threatens to drop. I'm the one true LARPer. Do I risk it for the biscuit? Do I get on Deepwoken? Do I play the Chud game? I mean, that's the real, like, low-key, we went over the Diddy files, and... Man, that used to do numbers. If the Diddy files like that dropped, like, a year and a half ago, oh my god, bro. People would have been all over that shit. Did the game lose appeal after you got Tester? Be honest. It didn't lose appeal. It's just like... It's just in like a low moment right now, you know? There's like not a lot to really do on the game. So I'm just like not really... I test, like I get into like testing and we like discuss shit, but I don't really... I'm not playing right now, you know? I'm waiting for like deep healing to end, and then like we'll see what kind of content they come up with in the meantime. You know. Oh my god, first recorded parry of Sky Crash. Oh my god, he hit the back hit. And he revenged me through a bookshelf. I don't think that hit me. I'm inclined to say that that didn't hit me. And I'm inclined to say that I helped block on that. Oh! I thought I would flourish him there. Damn, that's brutal. Yo, good game, bro. Good game. He wasn't even low. I think I'm gonna go to the gym. Because that low-key just makes me want to hop off deep. The whole, like, the Diddy files. And then I'm probably gonna stream Rivals later. What rank are you? I'm Diamond 1. You should change Blight Surge to something better. It's a ganking build. I'm just in Chime because, like, I don't want to fucking prog anything else. Well, chat. We've gone over the Diddy files. I don't know. The damn VR files will come out eventually. Who knows, right? Let me get my game up because clearly, like, I don't have enough haters, I guess. But see you later, guys. Enjoy it. If you beat, hey, come watch the Rival stream, bro. Come watch the Rival stream. Just leave that shit open in the background. You'd be a homie if you did.